This one's a little bit controversial for me. I came up with over 30 moderate to major food sensitivities. Your mind is truly so powerful, and it will limit you or it will free you. We can't heal when we're not at peace, and there just is no perfect diet. There are things on my gut healing and chronic illness healing journey that I definitely regret, and I would go as far as to say some of these things were actually quite harmful for me. Today I want to share some of those things with you guys so you hopefully don't make the same mistakes that I did. But first, if you don't know me, I'm Asher. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, and I love helping women overcome bloating, digestive pain, and have abundant energy, and really just learn how to nourish their bodies well. So if you're into that kind of thing, I hope you'll subscribe and join our community here. Okay, I wrote these things out yesterday in just a list in no particular order. These are things that I really want to share that I really do regret. I've been on my healing journey for over 10 years. I have come so far and I've made so much progress. There's a lot of things that I did that didn't help. Everything I did and every practitioner I saw served a purpose and nothing was ever wasted. So I really just come in with that mindset of there's things that, didn't work, didn't help, kind of regret, but nothing was actually ever wasted. Eliminating too many whole foods without focusing on the root cause. Let me just explain this for a second. This one's a little bit controversial for me because I think elimination diets really have their place. I'm not one of those nutritionists that would say to never eliminate foods. I think there is benefit to eliminating certain foods. Foods like refined sugars, gluten, conventional dairy. I'm not saying that restrictive diets or elimination diets are necessarily bad for some people, but I went to see a naturopath at the very start of my healing journey over 10 years ago. I was dealing with all these gut issues and all these symptoms, and things were getting really bad. And she really just did not address the root cause at all. She did a food sensitivity panel, and I came up with over 30 moderate to major food sensitivities. So she just told me to remove all these food sensitivities. She put me on a liver support, and I didn't see her for the next 6 months. And I'm not bashing naturopaths, okay? There are great naturopaths out there. Naturopaths and holistic nutritionists work great together because we do very different things. But it was just this one person that I saw that put me on this really restrictive diet, told me to eliminate tons of whole foods. There were certain things that I was very thankful for that I eliminated. Like I had to eliminate eggs, which was really hard, but I felt better because of it. I had already eliminated gluten and dairy and refined sugar, and I was working on, eating better oils and just cleaning up my diet. But I had to remove so many whole foods, and I feel like that was just really harmful mentally at a place where I was so unwell. So I think elimination diets have their place, but we can also go too far sometimes. Mind you, I've also done the carnivore diet. I found it really beneficial. I would probably do it again. So I think there's a balance with these things. But to just tell somebody, eliminate these 30 plus foods, and then to not really do any deeper work is not okay. So if you've ever seen a practitioner that's done that, run, because it's not a good idea. It's just so important to surround yourself with good, uplifting people. Listen to uplifting music. Don't watch things that are negative. Like really just in this healing phase, it's so important to just kind of tune out a lot of the negativity. I'm not saying be ignorant about what's happening around the world or in other people's lives, but it's just so important to fill yourself with good things and uplifting things and surround yourself with uplifting people and not focus on the negative. A little tea break. I'm drinking just some peppermint tea, good for digestion. Having a limited mindset. The idea that I can't do something because of XYZ symptom or because of what I'm going through. This is still something I work on, but I would say that it used to be much worse because I was much sicker. It was really hard to get out of that mindset of I am dealing with this, so there's no way I could do that. There's no way I could start a business. There's no way I could travel. There's no way I could build healthy relationships when I'm at home stuck in bed all the time. I just had a really limited mindset, I feel like, and it's something that I definitely am needing to work on more and improve because your mind is so powerful and it really can be limiting or freeing. If someone tells you you're having a limited mindset or you need to believe bigger, sometimes you get offended and it's like, you don't know what I'm going through. You know, I felt that so much. Like, you don't know what I'm going through, and I would get offended because people truly didn't understand. You also can't expect them to understand. They won't understand unless they've gone through it. But it's also true that we need to work on our mindset. We need to work on not letting our situation and symptoms and whatever other people have told us about maybe a diagnosis or what's going on, we can't let that limit us, because your mind is truly so powerful and it will limit you or it will free you. Okay, this thing was unbelievably toxic and it was really hard for me to get out of. I feel like I have gotten out of it and it feels really good, really freeing. Looking back, it made me realize how harmful it was and how sick it was actually making me. Holding on to things, to people, to past situations, to hurts that were just not good. I would relive these things in my mind, and I know a lot of people do this. It's really hard not to ruminate for me, and I have to really be conscious of it to not focus on replaying negative things in my head. I think a lot of people do, but I just feel like for me, it was a really big piece of me being sick for so long, is like ruminating on hurts and difficult things and how I was feeling, and really just like getting so stuck in my head. So I would encourage you to just not ruminate on those negative things, those difficult things. Work through them, talk through them with a professional. Make sure that you don't suppress them, but don't waste your time and your energy ruminating on hurts and things that are going to harm your nervous system and your body, because they really do, if we don't deal with them properly and release them, and ultimately release them to God. Letting go of those past hurts, working through them, is honestly so crucial to fully finding healing and recovering your health, not just mental health, but physical health too. These are not things that we're meant to hold on to. Things that have happened to us don't make us who we are. They don't define us. Yeah, they can be part of our story, but they don't need to define you. Release it to God so you don't have to spend another minute not walking in the life that God has for you. Not focusing on the nervous system. I've been talking about this a lot in a lot of my videos. This is something I wish I had really focused on, like right off the bat, with gut health, with energy, with hormones, with everything. The nervous system is so key. It's so powerful. We can't heal when we're not at peace. And if our nervous system's constantly in a state of fight or flight, we just can't heal. It's just not possible. So this is such a huge piece. One of the big ways I'm doing this is with the DNRS program. I talked about it a lot. That is something that's been really helpful to just bring my nervous system down. And I also do things like massage therapy, craniosacral, like really relaxation type of massage and craniosacral, and just working with the nervous system in different ways. I'm also doing acupuncture. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing to just help bring my body into rest and digest. Talking and writing too much about symptoms. This one is definitely something I regret. I did not realize how much this was harming me in the moment. I am all for food journaling and, writing about how you're feeling and getting your thoughts out on paper and just getting it out there. I don't think we should suppress things that we're going through. I think we need to talk about them. I think we need to share them. I think we need to write about them. It can be really helpful and really healing. But I took this way too far, and I am a huge journaler, so I was writing literally every single day about how I was feeling for years. And maybe not every day all the time, but most days I was sharing the bad stuff. And yeah, sure, there were some good things in there too, things I was thankful for, but I wrote a lot about symptoms. I tracked symptoms, and I think there's definitely a time and place for this, especially if you're trying to figure out, if certain foods are working for your body, or if you're on a new regimen with a practitioner and you just want to figure out if it's helping or if you're getting symptoms, whatever. So there can be times where it's helpful, but I think that should be very minimal. It should be very specific times that you actually track, and you should probably not do it longer than 30 days. That's just my opinion, because this is so harmful to our nervous systems, to our minds, our mental health, to our heart. I could go on and on, but just that was something I regret. I don't recommend tracking symptoms for longer than like 30 days. days, trying to find that perfect diet that would just fix all my problems and heal my gut and heal my body and give me energy. Oh man, this consumed me for years. As a nutritionist, I mean, that was my area of expertise, right? I went to school for it. I really did it all on my own. I didn't see any nutritionist, and I really felt like I had to be so particular about what I was eating because I was reacting to literally everything, but it consumed me, and I was trying to find that perfect diet, and there just is no perfect diet, okay? Diet is not one size fits all. You hear it all the time. It's very true. Just because it works for one person doesn't mean it works for you necessarily. I was just really focused on it for many years. I'm not anymore, and I also feel like I've found a way of eating that just works really well for my body, that's not super restrictive but still works for me. I just don't think it's something that we should be so hyper focused on that it consumes us. That is unhealthy, and I regret doing that. That being said, I learned a lot. As a nutritionist, there was still benefit to that, but I just took it a little too far. I was also very focused on what I shouldn't be doing that was potentially harming me. Again, as someone who reacted to quite literally everything, even my environment, even my home, this was just, it's hard when you don't know what's wrong and you don't know what could be causing issues. So it's really easy to focus on your external environment and the things that could be hurting you. But I really just want to encourage you to flip your focus and focus on the good, focus on the things that are helping. Even if you don't know if it's helping, speak that it's helping, think that it's helping. It will make it more helpful. I don't think we should be doing things that are actually harmful. And if you're on certain medications that are causing symptoms or issues, or if you're really going down a wrong path with maybe a certain practitioner or supplements you're taking, that's not what I'm talking about. We don't want to be actually doing things that are harming us. But I was very fixated on, again, the little things because everything was just so intense on my healing journey, and I was really just so focused on trying to avoid all the things that were harming me, avoid the environments that were harming me, avoid the situations that were harming me. And this was not healthy, and it's something, as I started to work on, it's really been helpful. I've also healed a lot, so I haven't been as reactive, but I do wish that I worked on this much earlier on, of just not seeing things as harmful so much, not avoiding those things as much as I did. The last thing was simply not speaking the word of God enough over my life. I've been a Christian my whole life. I read the Bible. I've prayed my whole life, but I really wasn't actually taking scriptures about healing and speaking them over my body every day. And that's something I've started to do a lot more in the past number of months. And it's something that I just wish I had done more. I was really focused on, how do I heal my body? What's wrong with me? And instead, I really wish I had been more focused on just getting the word in me and specifically speaking the word over my life, because the word is healing and it's life to our whole body. That is something that I am now working on doing a lot more. That is it for today, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. Are there things that you have done on your healing journey that you regret, or is there something that really stood out to you from the things that I have done that you realize, I'm doing that, maybe I should stop? I would love to hear in the comments. Let's start a little chat. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and remember, you are made to flourish. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.